Chris Jones just got maybe the best play that I've seen on the goal line in a long time in his pass rush that sacked Justin Herbert for the Chargers last Thursday night. We want to go over it, give you a little bit of look at just how Chris is getting his things done. I have a lot of stuff for you today. Let's get in here and take a look at it. You can see the play right here. And we're going to look at a couple of views of it because there's a lot of other things that are going on. Clearly, the whole front has been playing well, and we want to make sure that we emphasize that. Here, you can see a little bit early that there's some confusion on the part for George Karlaftis and Mike Dana. They're trying to figure out where they're aligning in order to get things done, and that's a little bit problematic. You can see there's a little bit question here, like, where am I supposed to be? What am I doing? They both get upfield and get enough to make Herbert move over to his left, to Chris Jones's right. It isn't a straight drop back as you watch here. And that's really what helps Chris get there, because he just has his way with the guy that he really shouldn't be beating that easily. It's kind of funny, to tell you the truth. We're going to change screen here and take a look at it in its entirety and get my logo off of here. Now, if I slow this down and I go back to the other view, let's zoom in here because this is going to be kind of important. This is pre-snap, and we're just going to look here from the backside angle because you saw before, it is where Herbert's going to start here in the middle, and he is going to drift when he starts to get pressure. Dana goes down. He's right here behind Willie Gay Jr., who I think the Chiefs are going to miss this next week. And George Karlaftis is farther outside than he probably wants to be, and he's standing straight up. Like this is a late alignment here that you wish they probably would have gotten done a little bit earlier. And as they come off, you can see that Dana gets kind of submarine here. They're doubling Karlaftis, and this is exactly what you want. George Karlaftis is there to, yes, pressure from the outside, but he, Frank Clark, and whoever they have in the middle are there to make sure that Chris Jones gets singled up. That's the big difference, and you're going to see why here. With Dana coming under right in the middle of the screen and Karlaftis coming off right here, I don't think Herbert's happy with what he's looking at, and he starts to want to get away from Chris, and he's going to go the opposite direction than probably he should. Right here, he should try to escape right up the middle, right through here, because that's about the only place he has. But right now, he's not quite happy, and then, oh, here comes Chris Jones. So we're going to back this up, and we're going to take a look at Chris, because that's really where the meat of the play is. And Chris Jones, you got to give him credit for doing everything that he can to get as much done. He is the guy on the front, and that's something we sometimes forget, that there is more to what Chris Jones than just being a defensive tackle. Alignment-wise here, you see that Dana's outside of the guard here, well into the B gap. Karlaftis is out wide. Frank is out wide in another, I would call that a 7 outside, as Chris is almost on the inside shoulder of the tackle, not the outside shoulder of the guard. And that's what really sets this up. As he comes off the ball, what you see is that first step isn't like gargantuan. It's almost a shuffle, because he knows he's trying to give him a little bit of back and forth. And what does he do is he stabs his second foot as though he's trying to go inside. And that sets Filer to punch early. Right here, you're going to see. This is Matt Filer, a guy that they were really happy about the acquisition with, by the way, too. Like that goes into this equation. And as Chris sets up, you're going to see his right arm come across too early. And that's when Chris knows he has him. He stabs his right foot. Filer's arm comes up. And Chris, though he gets hit in the face here, he's just sweeping that arm aside because he is ip and under. See, Chris didn't even have to turn his shoulders that much. Right here, that arm is off. And that's the key right here, is you see that Chris Jones has elevated and swept that arm off of him because he was already cut into the inside. The momentum helped him. It was a moving target that Filer's punch missed. Obviously, Chris is controlling the other hand as well. And with that double swipe, he is now free and clear and around him. And I mean, just look at that. He puts his arm on his back really just to like make sure that he can't hold on to him very well. Filer tries to hold him, but can't even do that. And Chris is just zeroing in on the quarterback. Finishing from here, I think this is goes to Joe Burrow. Like, Chris was pretty excited because he actually hunkered down, and he breaks down here a little bit. Still leaning a little too much. Like, he wanted to be a little more square, but he thought he had a safety, to tell you the truth. That's pretty telling about where he's at. And obviously he's going to lose his mind after that. But again, I want to watch the hand technique and the feet technique. Not a gargantuan first step, not really power driving through as though he's attacking the hole. And that's one of the things that the offensive line ought to recognize, because he's coming off here and it looks like he wants to dip. And by making that motion to the outside, he gets that punch early and is able to sweep to the inside. And boom, here he comes. I mean, that's just a gorgeous play. I don't care who you are or what you're doing. There's no real way to combat that. And that's really what the name of the game is. I enjoy it. I hope you guys enjoy it. There's more to come here. We'll check out the celebration here from Chris in a second because, he's a little wacky out there. But again, in real speed, here we go. Check this out. Boom, inside, got him dead to rights. And hey, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun. Chris Jones loses his mind. I think that's great. Make sure if you dig this one that you like this video and that you sub to the channel. A lot going on here at RGR Football. I appreciate your time. Enjoy Chris Jones because he's going to do it some more. Thanks for watching this one.